Hi everybody from Big Tractor Power. We're back out in the field in the winter wheat harvest today. Yesterday we were out in the same field with 8 John Deere Class 9 combines, some S790s and F690s. Today I'm up in the cab of a John Deere 9620R four-wheel drive tractor at 620 horsepower, and we're pulling a 60-foot wide Horsch Anderson 6015 air drill, planting double crop beans. I just thought I'd take you along for a pass or two as we're out here in the field so you can see what it's like. I've been out filming some of the big tractors that are seeding the beans. There are 2 of these 9620Rs out in the field today, and we're just turning around near a wet spot. I hope that you'll enjoy the view of the field and the big tractor. Hello to Sweden, glad to have you. Hi to Landon. We're going just through a little bit of a rough spot here where the water got out of the pond. You can see the big seeder turning around. This seeder is putting soybeans into the ground. About 95% of the soybeans in this part of western Kentucky follow the wheat harvest. Again, yesterday we were out in the same field broadcasting live, looking at the 8 combines cutting the wheat. They've moved down the road to another field. They finished this field up in about a day, and now the air seeders are out here running in the wheat, putting in the next crop. These soybeans that are planted today will be harvested in the month of October. Hi to Working on Farms. Hope that you enjoy the view here from the cab of the 9620R. We can take a look out the mirror here. This tractor is pulling a 60-foot wide air seeder, Horsch Anderson 6015. This tractor is equipped with triple tires, so it's got nice flotation for rolling across the field. This is a 2018 model. It's got that special 100 years of John Deere tractor production in Waterloo, Iowa, 1918 to 2018 decal on the hood. And I also, unfortunately, probably can't see it, but there's also that same kind of markings up here on the back of the cab. Again, we can look at this big air seeder back here, putting in the soybeans. Hello to BB Auto Wrecking. Working on Farms, yes, I am going to the How Farms Work Farm Day. It's June 23rd in Potosi, Wisconsin from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm looking forward to being up there. I actually stopped in to see Ryan a week ago this last Sunday, and got to see the farm and do a short interview that'll be on Big Tractor Power later this week. Johnson's farm, they're planting soybeans. Most of the soybeans in this region follow the wheat harvest because we're early enough in June to still get a good crop. You know, that they'll hope to see probably mid-40s to mid-50s. That'd be a great bean crop. A really good one would get up into the 60s if we get enough rain. I know that some of our Canadian friends and viewers always ask, you know, why are we using these 620 horsepower tractors when a 450 horsepower can pull one of these 60-foot air seeders? The main reason is that if you notice, the combines just came through this field less than 24 hours ago, and there's fresh straw out there, a lot of green straw, and it takes a lot of power for this big tractor to work its way through. They're using, if you look up there close, this is a shank style model, so it's actually digging into the ground to put those seeds in the soil, and it takes just, you know, it doesn't hurt to have 620 horsepower out in front of this big drill. And that's also a 500 bushel commodity cart. It's a 500i Horsch Anderson cart back there full of soybeans. Again, you can kind of just see all the straw scattered out here. We had a lot of questions yesterday in the live feed. You know, why do they spread the straw out and not bale it up? The main reason is it provides a really good mulch and additional nutrients to the soil as the beans are growing over the summer. It's going to get very hot and dry out here, and it's great to hold any moisture you can in the soil. Johnson's Farms, thank you for watching the video yesterday. I know you had some good questions. We always appreciate our Big Tractor Power fans taking a look at all the videos we do. The tractor is running, you can see over here, about 6.5 miles per hour, pulling this 60-foot air drill, drilling the beams into the wheat stubble. Well, if anyone has some questions, I'm going to probably take one more round, and then I'm going to have to get going, because I want to get some more combines and seeders filmed today, but just wanted to share the view from this field. Do I have any JI case videos coming up? I think I've got one more. Yes, I do. I've got a case 2594 that I filmed, so there is one on the way. Are most John Deere tractors diesel? Yes, this is a diesel. What are they drilling? I'm not sure how many pounds per acre they're seeding. That's something I'll have to ask for the video on this tractor. Again, you can see it's on auto steer, so it's able to navigate itself across the field, and we're going to turn around here on the headland here in a minute. You can see it's kind of painting the map over there where it's planted and where we still have to go. When we turn around here, when we look out the front window, you can see there's another 9620R not too far from us filling up. So the operator's grabbing the steering wheel, and we're going to turn the tractor around. Get a look at the seeder. This is a model 2018 tractor. You can see the other 9620Rs over there, and you can tell it's definitely a 2018 because it's got the special 100 years of John Deere sticker, 1918 to 2018 on it. All those buzzers are just telling him that the seeder's out of the ground, and we're going to drop it back down in here and keep on planting. We're going to go just one more round, and then I'm going to get back on there. Any reason for duals versus triples? The main reason is just flotation, and also they're cheaper to maintain. Those big metric duals, if you have a blowout or a flat, is going to be a lot more expensive than one of the narrow tires. It also just gives really good flotation. I think they ride a lot smoother than one with the metric duals. This same seeder that is back here drilling the double crop soybeans in the ground also planted this field with winter wheat. It does kind of ribbon seeding, so you can see it's actually putting two bands of seed when it's planting wheat side by side, and then there's a space between it. So it's a little different than the traditional 7.5-inch drill that you might see for wheat. This field was planted on Halloween night back in 2017, and now we're out here today putting the next crop of soybeans in. What's our current miles per hour? It's, you can just kind of see over here, it's 6.5 miles per hour. Hello to the Netherlands. Thank you, Dutch dairy farmer. Yes, it is. What is the toughest crop to manage? In this area, I would say it's tobacco. There's a lot of tobacco raised here in Western Kentucky, and it takes a lot of cultivation, mechanically with tractors and by hand with a hoe. So this particular farm has 400 acres of tobacco, I believe, and that at some point will have to be hoed by hand. So that's a lot of work, and then it's all harvested by hand as well. So we're just working our way across this 1,000-acre field, putting in beans. Hello from Scotland. Always great to have people from Europe watching and seeing American farm. I enjoy watching on YouTube how farms operate over there. Hello to Ireland. Ireland's a beautiful country. Enjoy seeing a lot of the forage harvesting and dairy that's done there on YouTube. Hello to Brazil. Why is tobacco harvested by hand? Because you have to take very good care of the leaves. That's the main product in any mechanical way of harvesting them. At least for the burley and the dark fire here, you have to harvest it by hand. I think in North Carolina, they do have machines to cut it. Hello to Argentina. kind of give you the mirror view here. You can see the triple tires and that 60-foot air seeder going back there. Hello to Germany. Hi to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. One of the questions is wheat go in after corn and come off after soybeans. Yes, that is correct. Here in Western Kentucky, this was a cornfield in 2017. It was dished up. It was harvested in August, dished up in September, and then planted in October. Last year, October was very wet, so this didn't get planted until October 31st for this particular field. Do they own or lease their equipment? As I said in our other live broadcast yesterday, I don't get into the farm's business. This is a family farm, and they've got a lot of family members involved, but I don't ask about how they purchase their equipment. How much diesel fuel does it burn per hour? I'm not sure. I'll have to ask that. Are they Liberty Link beans? I do not know. I'll have to ask again when we stop. I'll be doing a full video on this tractor, and I'll try to ask some of these questions. Hello from Ontario, Canada. Yes, double crop beans, are limited to certain regions of North America. Here in Western Kentucky, we're right near the Mississippi River by about 100 miles, and this is where the South meets the Midwest. So we've got these large operations like this 1,000-acre field that we're in, but we're able to grow a lot of crops longer in the season because of the warmer weather. We made, many years we won't see frost until after Halloween. Do I have a favorite brand of tractor? No, I like all the equipment. I do enjoy seeing every brand that I can possibly find. The questions are kind of rolling by fast, so if I haven't answered one, please, you can repost it. I'll try to catch it as it goes by. We're back here turning around a small pond. You can see it here and see the air seeder coming around. It's pretty neat. We've got some tall grass where it got flooded out over the winter, and this air seeder, we can see it. We're coming up to it. This is the field that was harvested yesterday. Hello from Moline, Illinois, home of the John Deere combine plant and headquarters. So here we are going through this grass, and you can see this air seeder is able to just go right through it and put those beans in the ground. This is a shank style seeder, and so it's just going to dig right through that grass and get the beans under it, and then they'll spray it off and the grass will be out of the way. Here we are back into the straw. Hello from Hamburg, Germany. Again, for anyone just joining in, this is a 60-foot wide Horsch Anderson 6015 air drill that's planting double crop soybeans in Western Kentucky. And that's a 500 bushel commodity cart, and I'm up in the cab of a John Deere 9620R with triples. Hello from Ontario Guy, and hello to Ben in England. Oh, I'm gonna just stay on another few minutes as we head up to the headland, and then I'm gonna sign off. Does this tractor run an E23 or normal power shift? Again, I'm gonna have to ask that question when I do the full video. Hello from Northwest Oregon. How often do they break shear bolts or shanks? Only as often as they find a stone or an obstruction. Probably the biggest challenge out here is the straw that can clog up some of the shanks and the tubes putting the seed down, so they'll have to clean it off every once in a while. Hello from Burning Farms, Kansas. How many acres can they plant before refilling the beans? I think they can get around 500 acres in, or somewhere in there. Why did the farmer choose John Deere? They like the local dealer. This farm actually ran all Alice Chalmers back in the 70s, and they ran white farm equipment in the 80s, but the local John Deere dealer just started providing the service they needed in the late 80s, and they've been with Green ever since. Hello from Platteville, Wisconsin. Great to have someone in the Netherlands watching. Yeah, I can do a video on, we had a question about doing GPS. I can do a video on that. Actually, the first time I ever saw GPS used was in this particular field way back in the early 2000s. They had a 9520 out here, and it had GPS on it, and it was all auto steer. And actually, I wasn't even really allowed to film it because it was still in the testing phase from John Deere. So it's been neat to see how that's developed. So I'd like to do a video on the history of GPS. Hello to Germantown, Ohio. I can do an interview with the farmer here sometime. I've actually got one that I filmed last year I haven't posted about tobacco. Hello to Greenville, North Carolina. I'll give you a view. This, again, yesterday I mentioned we were in a 1,000-acre wheat field. Just on the other side of those trees over there is a 3,000-acre field, and that is a farm I film at that runs all Case IH. So there's some big fields here in Western Kentucky. I really appreciate people tuning in. Hello from the United Kingdom. The wheat harvest is going well. This is day 4. This farm has combines just running down the street at the next field, and I also passed 3 Case IH 9240 axle flow combines driving to this field that are out cutting today. So I'm gonna try to catch up with some of those, and also looking for some classic combines. Hopefully we'll get a John Deere 6600 here during the harvest. Hello from Croatia and Whitty Farms. Where are you harvesting wheat today? Yeah, I'll tell you guys, I really do enjoy visiting all these big farms, but I also enjoy visiting any size farm. I enjoy seeing the big new machines like this 9620R, and I like finding classics, especially from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. How far are they? The beans are, I guess we have a question here about the beans. They'll be harvested in October. Then this field will be, the V-rippers come out here in November and rip it up, and they'll plant corn here, start putting in hydrous down in March, and probably put corn in the ground by March of 2019. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone kind of tuning in for the last 17 minutes. This was just a spur of the moment. Just wanted to show you the same field we were in yesterday with the 8 combines cut.